Hey guys, it's me, Corey, and welcome to the tutorial that's going to teach you how to make a gun that is filtering enabled and also has spread. Now, in the starter pack, I have a gun, and what we're going to have in this tool here is, you can name it whatever you want, I just named it gun. We're going to have a remote event, a script, and a local script. This local script I named main just to, reduce ambiguity. And remember, the part is always going to be named handle, so that way it can have a touch interest. Now, first thing we want to dive into is the main script, or the local script. So, let's make a player variable. Local player equals game.players.local player. If you don't know what this does, it finds the player. Local mouse equals player get mouse. This finds the player's mouse. You could also do player.mouse, but I prefer to do it this way. Script.parent.activated connect function. Now, we're actually going to correct this third line here. We're actually going to label this variable identification. And we're going to name this event. Well, event call, how about that? Local can fire equals true. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to make it so that when it's firing, can fire will equal false, because there's this weird glitch that they do where if you click and then click again really fast, then it will fire double the rounds. So you gotta be careful. Local firing equals false. Now we're going to make a deactivated function over here. There. Now the deactivated function is obvious. We're going to set the firing to false, and we're going to set the can fire to true. Firing. Now for the activated function, what we're going to do is we're going to set firing to true because the weapon is firing. And we're going to do a repeat thing. And the until variable is going to be firing equals false. So when you click once, then it will start firing. And then once you let off the trigger, firing will then equal false, and it will stop this loop. Now, repeat can fire equals false. And let's actually add another variable named rate. Now I'm going to do this in RPMs. So let's see. 10 times a second. I'm sorry, yeah, 10 times a second. Okay, so wait 60, not 06, 60 divided by rate. There we go. So the higher it goes, the faster it's going to be. And what we're going to do here, instead of adding the bullet in and giving it the coordinate frame of the mouse that hit that P in the handle, what we're going to do is we're going to do script.parent.remote event fire server, and we're going to make it fire. I would recommend to make it something random because it can receive any command from any local script. So if they got this part right, then they would be able to fire it regularly with an inserted local script. So we got fire and mouse.hit.p. Now this is where the fun begins, because we're going to start working on the script. Now, variable identification. Yeah. Local damage equals, let's say, 15. And let's give it a description. The damage it does. And local bullet speed equals 420. The velocity, I should say. And local bullet size equals vector3 dot new C000 first, and let's make this 0.5, let's make this 0.2, let's make this 0.2. Now these are actually the width of the bullet, and this is the length of the bullet. So yeah, local spread equals, and it's not just going to be a number, we're going to have an operator that makes it a radius value. 1.5, how about that? Now 1.2. Give it very little spread, I guess. Spread in radians. The way this is going to work is we're just going to make like a steradian so that we can add spread. Okay, now I haven't gone over how to make functions this way, so let's see if we can teach you real quick. Function bullet. Or no, function fire, why not? Let's have coordinate. Let's see. Local theta equals math.random mat. Times 2 times math.pi. Now this part's going to be a little bit hard to explain. Local constant equals math.random times of spread. This is our spread constant. This turns it into a how do I put it? It turns it into I can't explain it. Shoot. Local x equals local y equals, and local z equals local new coordinate equals okay, math dot cosine theta, I believe it's times math dot sine of constant, and math dot sine theta times math dot sine constant. Math dot sine constant. Or wait, cosine. Now, our new coordinate is going to be, hold on, I forgot a variable. Let's see, local axis equals C-frame, let's see here, oh no, wait, we have coordinate already, sorry, whoops. Coordinate times C-frame from Euler XYZ. Now we have the firing function down. So now what we're going to do is construct the bullet. Local bullet equals instance.new part, and let's make the parent workspace. Local, sorry, not local. Bullet dot size equals. We already have vector 3 quantity regarding bullet size. Bullet dot brick color equals brick color dot new yeller bullet dot material equals instance dot new, or no, not instance dot new. Boy, neon. I am not in the game today. Local velocity equals instance body velocity bullet velocity dot velocity equals, hold on, new coordinate dot, right, sorry, bull dot C-frame, and let's make the bullet C-frame before the velocity C-frame equals new coordinate. Weight 10. Game dot, is it debris? Add item. Now I'm trying to remember. Is it the time? Okay, so it's that. And we're gonna make this bullet. There we go. Now we're done with the firing thing. Now, what we have to do is we have to make something that's going to respond to the event that we made in the local script. Script.parent.remote event. Connect function player. Number one is always player. and we're gonna do type mouse hit. Here we are. Now, if type equals fire, then this, you might notice that this is the value that we put for our first value here, and it's our second value because of the player being our first. The player is always the first value. Always. Anyway, if type equals fire, then fire. But we must make coordinate. Local coordinate equals cframe.new. Oops. Script.parent.handle.position mouse it. And we're going to fire, and it's going to set the coordinate. Alright. Let's go over it, shall we? Our script actually starts here, but if this value equals this value, then it will run the fire function that's up here. And what this does is it takes this coordinate and it makes that this right here, and it takes these random XYZ values from the Euler angles, and how do I say it becomes its new value, okay, its new coordinate, and we use that as our bullet C-frame, which is then used as our velocity C-frame. In the long and short of it, whoops, hold on, remote event. Oh, whoops. Dot on server event. I'm such a dummy. Let's try that again. Whoops. Bullet.cframe.look vector times bullet speed. There. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn collisions off, so they just bounce off. It's a bit hard to see, but I can make the time day 1, and you'll be able to see the spread. Or, you know, I could just set it to 3.6, or actually, let's make that 5. Could you set that to 5, and it's all over the place. Thanks for watching. I will leave the ID of the place in the description, and I will leave the place open so that you guys can take the scripts from the game and implement it into your own game, thieves. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.